What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again, and we're going to be looking at Netflix's The Crew, starring Kevin James, brand new TV series for the legendary comedian, finally returning back to another crazy comedy that we have, where he plays as Kevin Gibson, a former race car driver turned crew chief for the NASCAR organization, who is working for a company by the name of Bobby Spencer, who is the owner, who later retires, who is now replaced by his daughter, Catherine Spencer, who is played by Jillian Mueller. And, of course, we got Sarah Stiles, who plays Beth. We got Freddie Storma, who plays as Jake. Gary Anthony Williams, who plays as Chuck. So we got ourselves a decent crew. We got a decent crew. Of course, Kevin James. Love Kevin James. Great comedian. Loved him in King of Queens. Watched it the entire time. Was not a big fan of Kevin Can Wait, but this show really brought me back, I would say, to Kevin James's work, because again, I was a big fan of his during King of Queens, Grown Ups, all these other movies that he's done, whether it had been with Adam Sandler or by himself. I've always been a very big fan of his, but I was not a big fan of his last comedy series, but this one I think is actually very well done, because we do have where he does play as a crew chief, and it kind of goes through your normal of issues, where a new owner comes in and she's wanting to change anything. She's wanting to change the driver, the sponsors, the crew, the equipment, everything. And we have where Kevin Gibson, of course, is by Kevin James. He's old school. He does not want to go into new things, but he later finds out throughout the show that you can't always stay the same. There has to be new ways. You have to bring in money. You have to make sure you have a good driver. You have to make sure you have the right equipment, the right people. And it's a lot of comedy in this. Now, sometimes some of the jokes do fail, but there are some issues where it's actually very funny. I think one of my favorite scenes is where I think Kevin comes up to Jake, and he's like trying to talk to him, and he's like, "Really, you're listening to your headphones?" And he takes it off. He's, "Oh, well, you gotta hear this new song. It's on fire." And he's just shaking his head. And then another scene where they're trying to direct him while he's on the track, and he's like, "Okay, well, did he make it?" And then we have, of course, the character Chuck. He goes, "Yeah." He says, "But I think he's gonna need that tire." So there are certain jokes that do fall, and there's certain jokes that don't fall. It's one of those where if you're a fan of NASCAR, if you're a fan of sports, then again, you may like this show. You may not. Again, this more shows a little bit more on the sideline, so to speak. It doesn't really show a whole lot of NASCAR footage. I think it shows possibly probably previous, but they also kind of make it feel like you're really in a NASCAR world, to where Kevin James really brings into how things change, how quickly it goes through not just a business perspective, but a work perspective, as a driver perspective, and as an individual. Things are constantly changing in society. You have to keep up, otherwise you're going to become a dinosaur before you know it, and you lose track of everything. No pun intended, but I actually enjoyed this show. Took me a few episodes to kind of really get into it. I think the second episode is what really had me hooked, because I think that was probably my favorite episode. We had, of course, Kim Kosek decided to guest star in this show, and he was a sponsor who was friends with Kevin Gibson, and it was pretty cool, where they just take him hunting. They try to take him to a bar, and they kind of make fun of Catherine. And she's like, "Well, I'm going to do this." And she starts spraying herself with what she thinks is bug spray, but it's actually deer attraction, where he's like, "Well, let's do this, let's do this, let's do that." And next thing you know, he's like, "Well, this bug spray's horrible." And he says, "No, that's deer urine." And then she starts trying to get her out of her eyes. He said, "You may not want to do that." She says, "Well, why? I'm fine." And she forgot that she had ghost pepper wings at dinner, and next thing her eyes just start burning, and her eyes just bleach out, where it's just like almost looks like she got punched in the face. It was absolutely hilarious. And I find it hilarious that we see not only just normal issues in this show, but also business issues, where they try to make it funny, where Catherine really wants to get rid of Kevin, and Kevin really wants to get rid of her, but then they later find out through the series that or this season, or however you want to put it. I'm unsure right now if we're going to be getting a different if we're going to be getting another season if we're going to be getting a different kind of audience. But again, this is a either a hit or miss show. Right now it does seem to be doing well. It literally came out February 15th, so it's only been on maybe like 15 days almost. But again, it's one of those shows where if you're a fan of Kevin James, if you're a fan of King of Queens, go check out this show. It's really funny. Overall, I have to give it maybe a 1 out of 10. I give it an 8. I enjoy it. I don't take it too seriously. I don't take it too light either. It's one of those shows where you just sit back, have fun, have some jokes, and just go on about your day. You can click on and just continue the show whenever you want. So let me know what you guys think. Did you guys ever watch The Crew on Netflix? If not, go check it out. Let me know what you guys think regardless. But hopefully you guys are enjoying your day as well. If you guys are a fan of Kevin James, go check it out. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know. If you guys didn't enjoy it, let me know why. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Leave a big fat like on the video. Greatly appreciate it. Also click the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload a video. But either way, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, enjoying the content, and I'll always see you guys on the next one.